Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Welcome, readers of this NPTEL MOOC module on health economics. As we know that this week is meant for guiding you how you can go for different data packages. In this lecture, we are clarifying you the packages, those are open source on health data, or the health data handling packages, those are open source. So, largely some of the sources of the data all are written, but all are here not open source. We are actually going to discuss this in this lecture on these R and also deep. These three will be emphasizing in this lecture. So, in the last lecture we have explained you what is linear regression or different econometric modeling, including especially in healthcare research, such as linear regression, nonlinear regression, and we briefly describe the research design, including randomized control trial, quasi and natural experiment, and also different estimation methods. Here we will be discussing on type of data processing software that can be used in health economic analysis, and we will also introduce you with Python and R, as well as re-emphasize the discussion we did on deep. Okay. So, deep we did it already, but we will just remind you that you please follow again. That is also a open source software. We will give you very step by step operations where you can easily understand and at least start working with the very basics using Python and R. And I am sure that you might have heard these studios and these softwares. These are largely used by scholars, and especially in corporate research, they take the help of these tools. Software available for data processing are largely on SAS, then JMP version of SAS, SAS, then SPSS as of IBM, and another one is called Stata, but these are all paid versions. The last three we are actually going to discuss, but the deep data envelopment analysis package is we have already discussed in the previous unit, that is in number 10. Okay, so, but if you compare all these together on the basis of learning curve, user interface, data manipulation, data analysis, graphics, and the cost effectiveness, we have special advantage of these is that these are free software. These three are Python and deep. Otherwise, even in all categories, you will see that these three are very strong so far as their data manipulation and analysis is concerned, and especially R is very strong, and Python and deep strong so far as data manipulation is concerned, and graphics are in R, they are excellent. So, R is largely suggested in almost all directions. So, I think I am not explaining here on deep. I will start here first with Python, then we will explain R. Python is a self-interpreted, object-oriented, high-level programming language with dynamic, semantics. Then the basic syntax is also print. Okay, so where the common data type is required, that is a data type is a means of classifying a value and determining what operations can be performed. All objects have a data type. So, how it looks like? The data type looks like here. It considers its Boolean values, then integer values as int, floating point number, then list, tuple, string characters, set, frozen set, and dict basically associated with mapping as dictionary. So, you will just I'll tell you, and there are operators as well. Operators are more largely the symbols used to carry out specific functions and computations. So, operators were just highlighted here for your reference. Now, how to install Python and where to get it? Okay. This lecture will be very useful for the one who is just starting and hearing about this and going to start the basic data analysis. So, here if you search in Google on Python install, it will give you the direction. On the first one, that is okay. So, first one, it has the link, and then you can click on that one, and here we have just highlighted. On the second step, what you need to do, you need to download this link and to open, and then it directs for the window to download the latest version, and the latest version is here. And especially for either Windows or for no, you have to just mark carefully. If you require for Windows, then click on Window. If you require for the operating system like MacBook or Mac or Linux, etc., and you have to install the separate one. Okay. Then this version is with us now, 3.12.1 64 bit. And install instruction is there, just click on, and but make sure that you have marked as the admin, check mark both of these admin and add python.exe as path or to path. Okay. Then you just install it, and once this is made, you will see this is the one app, and in your screen you can just search this as ideally, okay, and it will display you with the required with the one which we are working for the data. Then you simply, once it is displayed like this, you click on and then open, and the window will look like this. Starting with, it has a menu bar. Okay, we are just highlighting which are the menu bar. Then if you want a new file, then new window will open. Okay, then it will give you another new window. In that window, you will see it has two toolbars. Okay, and the results, however, the results details are actually displayed just to the right. And on this new window, we will see next to the tool bar, you will see the command window. Okay, and in the command window, we are supposed to write the syntax. Okay, like syntax here, for example, syntax print. Then then if you press F5 to save and run your program. So, for example, print 3 plus 1 equal to 4. So, it is just displayed as the result on the right hand side as 4, we have just highlighted here. Okay. Then you need to also save and also run the program. So, like Python, we have just given you the very basics of Python. Similarly, like Python, R is also an open source software, and the process of downloading is given below. You can follow these steps. Okay, so now download R for Linux, then R for Mac or Windows, all options are given. So, you can click on the respective one, and but you are supposed to download the R from this website, cran.r project. Okay, then you install the R Studio, then which is downloaded from that, and especially you have to install, if you are actually working with desktop window, then you have to install this, download and install. RStudio is an integrated development environment for R, a programming language for statistical computing and graphics. You can run the R on RStudio with ease. Other IDE available for R, like Jupyter Notebook, Visual Studio Code, Emacs and ESS, etc. Those are the advanced user, they used to go for it. It usually displays 4 windows simultaneously. Okay, so you can work when you open RStudio, you will see 4 panes, each with multiple tabs, and the upper left, the top one is a script file. The upper right is actually the environment file, that is, this will list any objects you create, and the lower left is the console. This is where you type the R code to run, and the lower right is actually the plots. And this is where graphics you create, which will appear. Okay. Now, if you wanna work with some databases, of course databases are required. So, how to import the database? So, in environment pane, so then this is how we are just highlighting the environment pane. Okay, and then you browse your data. Browse option is there. Browse your folder where you might have stored your data, and you simply click on import. Once you import, your data is imported to R, and this is how it looks like. Okay, you import it, then import button is there, and then your data will be imported. Now, you can download packages from your data analysis. Click on packages in the 4th pane in the lower right, which already discussed, and click on the install. Then you type the name in space provided as shown, okay, where you have the data, etc. Then accordingly, there are some packages which we have just discussed. So, extra packages for the better analysis, if you go through, you will be guided. You can explore task views in CRAN website as well, which we have just highlighted here. You will need for a particular task, for example, maybe econometrics, causal inference, etc. Okay, so you may track from there. Okay, so this is all the list of topics are given, so you can follow it accordingly. So, what is in the next lecture to be discussed? The next lecture will be on the licensed packages, data handling packages, especially we will be emphasizing on the health data, and you can follow our lecture for interesting aspects. So, we will clarify very step by step using the licensed versions, maybe Stata, SPSS. Okay, so here is the suggested sources for your reading, and you can follow this for the details. So, thank you. I think I should stop here.